Rachel?
Hey guys, it's Ash here with WatchMojo, and these are the top 20 times Pokemon went beast mode.
Bellsprout. Okay, Mug, time for a body slam attack. Bellsprout!
For this list, we'll be looking at the most notable instances where Pokemon completely cut loose. Number 20, Psyduck's true power. Misty's oblivious partner spends more time nursing a headache than fighting in battle. So it spelled almost certain doom when she accidentally sent it out during the finals of the World Cup.
Corsola will get me back in the game. Go! Psyduck?
But against all odds, Psyduck shocked Misty, Ash, the audience, and itself with an amazing psychic smackdown. The pent-up mental energy gave the plodding duck the strength to one-shot Ash and Kingler out of the entire tournament.
Now, Psyduck, confusion!
Wow! Psyduck used confusion to blast Kingler away in one shot!
In doing so, Psyduck also earned Misty her first ever true win against Ash. Based on that feat alone, Psyduck has definitely earned its spot on Misty's team. At least as long as that headache never goes away. Number 19, Lycanroc rocks on. Island trials aren't supposed to be easy, let alone challenging a kahuna. But apparently no one told that to Lycanroc. Due to some miscommunication between trainer and Pokemon, the rock type pretty much defeats 2/3 of Nanu's team all on its own.
Get it in one shot! Use rock throw!
Crocodile!
The kahuna's mind games do end up enraging Lycanroc, but unfortunately for Nanu, Ash knows a thing or two about training unruly Pokemon. So once the pair finally sync up, they take the whole fight up a few notches. However, the best part comes after the fireworks, when Lycanroc takes it all home with a single Accelerock attack. It's so blissfully simple that it almost feels disrespectful.
Awesome! Now use Accelerock! Persian is unable to battle!
Number 18, fighting fire with fire. To say Ash struggled raising Charizard would be a bit of an understatement. So no one was more surprised than him when the rebellious fire type decided to duke it out for the Volcano badge. As one of the first times Charizard ever showed its stuff, the fight did not disappoint. In fact, the red-hot back and forth is among the coolest in the entire Kanto arc.
I'll fight fire with fire! Charizard flamethrower attack!
And yet, despite Magmar's best efforts, this was Charizard's fight to win. So, with one instantly iconic Seismic Toss finisher, the Kanto starter proved he really was the superior fire type. Plus, if his attitude is any indication, he didn't even need Ash's help to do it.
Yes! Charizard retreat!
Number 17, Rock and Rollouts. At the start, Ash seemed to have the Goldenrod Gym Badge on lock, but after easily taking out her first two Mons, he discovered that the whole fight had just been a preamble for Whitney's dreaded Miltank. So in a blow to both his Pokemon and his pride, the gym leader's ace reverse 3-0'd him into a clean defeat.
Cyndaquil is unable to continue! Miltank is the winner!
To make matters worse, Miltank didn't just solo his entire team, it did it with a single move no less. The bovine Pokemon's rollout attack compounds strength with each attack, meaning Ash's team quite literally only made it stronger.
Long as she has Miltank, there's no reason to have a rematch.
Yeah, they seem pretty unbeatable.
After such an embarrassing loss, it's just amazing Ash showed his face in battle ever again. Number 16, Charizard burns through the competition. A Mega Charizard versus another Mega Charizard should be a pretty even matchup. However, the devil is in the details. Sure, Trevor is no slouch, but against a Pokemon trained by Alan, the poor guy just didn't stand a chance.
Straight ahead, angle 53 degrees. Use Flamethrower!
Charizard, no!
In Charizard's case, there's no better way to assert dominance than by defeating your own species. But just for good measure, Alon's Mega Charizard also proceeded to burn through the rest of Trevor's team too. On a stage as big as the Kalos League, that kind of defeat is soul-crushing. If anything, this fiery fight only confirmed Charizard is overpowered, no matter who's training it.
And Alon grabs the first win of the league! Showing us he's a cut above.
Number 15, Pikachu Pummel. Ash earned his first 2 Indigo League badges through friendship and perseverance. But that wasn't going to cut it against Lieutenant Surge. Instead, the gym leader's fully evolved Raichu showed why it's the top of the evolutionary tree.
Give us the big finale, Raichu!
Pikachu!
At a certain point, the body slams and thunderbolts just feel cruel, especially since Pikachu stubbornly refuses to give up. It's a downright brutal thrashing the likes of which Pokemon had never seen before, but that just makes it all the more vindicating when Pikachu returns the favor with a speedy rematch. It's hard to top an episode that's 2 one-sided beatdowns for the price of 1.
Unbelievable!
Number 14, a league of its own. Even compared to rivals, champions, and gym leaders, there might not be a singular Pokemon with a more impressive resume than Tobias's Darkrai. After all, the legendary basically won an entire regional league on its own.
Or Torkoal!
They beat Torkoal with one move.
What's Ash gonna do?
As his showdown with Ash proves, those victories were no fluke either. Pikachu's trainer assembled a squad specifically to combat Tobias's Darkrai, and even then, the Nightmare Pokemon still one-shotted half his team.
Now use Dark Pulse!
Gibble!
After a showcase like that, it's just impressive Ash managed to KO it at all. Still, since Darkrai went on to sweep the tournament finals, there's no question who's the real MVP of the Sinnoh League. Number 13, Rock, Paper, Boldore. It's rudimentary knowledge that rock Pokemon are weak against ground types, but Ash has never let something like type coverage stop him before. So through sheer grit and tenacity, his unassuming Roggenrola tanked some serious hits from Clay's Excadrill. Turns out that's just what Ash's partner needed to evolve into Boldore.
Boldore!
Then, in its first order of business, it returned Excadrill's favor, and then some. With Boldore's new fittingly named Rock Smash attack, the whole thing turns into less of a Pokemon battle and more of a drag-out wrestling match.
Use Rock Smash!
You use Rock Smash too, Excadrill!
But even with type advantage on its side, Excadrill just couldn't keep up with Boldore's rock-solid willpower. Number 12, Flames and Flight. Moltres is pretty much the definitive fire-flying type Pokemon. However, in Ash's case, Fletchinder is totally the next best thing. For one, it has no hesitation taking Moltres' Fire Blast on the beak. Then, just to show off, it spreads its wings and became an almighty Talonflame.
Oh, it's evolving! Awesome!
Of course, a common bird versus a legendary still isn't great odds. But Talonflame proved that it didn't learn the move Brave Bird for being a coward. In fact, the way it flew circles around Moltres would make you question which of these two is the actual legendary.
It's so fast! Talonflame!
So even though it didn't quite clinch the win, Talonflame's fiery passion still burned plenty hard. Number 11, Duel of the Dragons.
You have to admit my Dragonite is extra special, don't you?
Yeah, we'll see.
Huh?
Iris's Dragonite is certainly no pushover, but unfortunately it decided to pick a fight with Ash's Charizard. So in one hell of a homecoming, the Fire-type greeted Unova by completely dominating Dragonite in battle. Iris's partner put up a great effort, but its lack of experience made it easy pickings for Charizard's Dragon Tail attack. All it took was that one blow for Ash's teammate to remind everyone why it's the coolest dragon around. The real kicker though is that Charizard isn't even a dragon type at all.
After all, Charizard is a dragon-type Pokemon.
Huh?
Did I say something funny?
For the sake of Iris's pride, maybe Ash should have kept that tidbit to himself. Number 10, beware the beware.
It seems a bit different today.
Apparently even Ultra Beasts forget that Pokemon hath no fury, like a mama bear scorned. After Pheromosa ran quick attacks around Pikachu and the others, there's something almost menacing about the way Beware confidently stalks up to its prey. Not only does it actually land a paw on the Ultra Beast, but it seems completely unfazed by their extreme speed. Beware proves its confidence was warranted when it dodges a strike, catches Pheromosa, and delivers a Sky Uppercut to end all Sky Uppercuts. To say it was super effective would be an understatement. Clearly, the untrained, fluffy combatant was on a mission to prove its name was more than just wordplay.
And it's Beware with a dramatic win!
Number 9, Kingler is king.
Don't use Krabby. It's never battled.
Don't worry about it, Misty. I've always got Squirtle and Pikachu for backup.
The opening match of the Regional League is not usually the time to test out the second string, but Krabby definitely proved the exception. In its first ever true fight in the series, it used a Vice Grip on type matchups, evolved to Kingler, and then Hyper Beamed Mandy out of the entire Indigo League. It's an utter crab hammer of a match that ends with a clean 3-0 sweep for Ash. That'd be impressive for any Pokemon, let alone one that spent almost the entirety of Kanto on the bench. With a debut performance like that, Ash may want to rethink his starting lineup.
We actually did it, Kingler!
Number 8, Riolu roars. With the fate of Ash, Pikachu, and the entire region at stake, there was a lot riding on this Aura Pokemon's tiny shoulders. But despite the odds, he didn't so much as hesitate before leaping into action to protect his trainer.
Finish it.
Riolu, it's no use!
By holding back 2 fully evolved Pokemon on his own, Riolu unlocked enough friendship to evolve into Lucario. And evidently, he learned the move Thrash in the process.
Lucario, the Aura Pokemon, a fighting and steel type. Lucario uses a power called Aura, which allows it to sense human feelings.
To call the ensuing scuffle a fight is a bit rude to Lucario, who only has to throw a few Aura Spheres before Chairman Rose completely wilts. It's an utter reversal, and we don't just mean the move.
You did it, Lucario! Now let's go and help Leon.
Number 7, Dragonite gets grounded. A fully evolved Dragon type is nothing to rest at. Thankfully, the same can be said for ground types.
Come on, I know you can do it!
This battle of sky and earth got off to a rocky start for Ash, but it's all to set the stage for Krogrock's shiny new evolution. With bigger shades, more attitudes, and a super effective Dragon Claw attack, the newly minted Crocodile soon had Dragonite calling Mayday. He dug his way to victory by forcing the furious dragon into a fiery crash landing, and of course chucking a few pointy rocks along the way. Not only did Dragonite basically defeat itself, but it lost to a Pokemon wearing sunglasses. Talk about going out in style. Number 6, Evolution Revolution.
We are Tentacool and Tentacool, here and now. Humans have destroyed our ocean home, and now we will have our revenge.
For the most part, Pokemon are partners, friends, and helpers. Well, except for this episode where Team Rocket turns some cranky Tentacool into the stars of a disaster film. One of them then evolves into a kaiju, both in size and destructive capability.
We supersized it!
The rampaging Tentacruel nearly decimates a whole town off the map, and that's with Ash and company trying to stop it. There'd never been such a display of strength in the show before, to the point it was even temporarily banned from English broadcast. That just goes to show that Tentacruel's surf attack wasn't a light sprinkle, it was a full-on tidal wave.
You are all Pokemon! Why are you battling to save the destructive human?
Number 5, Sword and Shield. On principle alone, a sword fight between Pokemon is plenty cool. When it's accompanied by a welcome power-up for a long-forgotten Mon, it's no wonder this scene is a downright critical hit.
Savaged.
Not even Galade's justified boost can pierce the epicness of Farfetch'd finally getting its due, especially when the new form comes with its own set of weaponry too.
Let's get a lot stronger together! Leon's waiting for us!
Savaged.
Farfetch'd counters the Psychic type's blades with its very own until, with a fearsome battle cry, he clinches a win that finally puts respect on his name. Even though Farfetch'd had been around since the first generation, this fight single-handedly proved that the bird Pokemon still had some tricks up its league. Number 4, Blaze Blitz.
So I guess that's the best you can do then. You're pathetic, just like always.
Really, there was only ever one way Ash and Paul's rivalry could have ended. It just feels right to have their journey culminate in the top 8 of the Sinnoh League, both down to their ace, with Infernape up against the very trainer that abandoned him. With all that on the line, it's clear why Electivire's shocks won't keep the fire type down.
Alright, Infernape! Time to show Paul just how strong you are!
Instead, Infernape finds the motivation to stand up one last time and blaze his way to victory. The power-up roar is downright iconic, but it immediately tops itself again with a Flare Blitz that sums up the best parts of the Sinnoh seasons with a single, unforgettable move. Number 3, Ash Greninja Awakens.
Stronger and stronger! Here goes!
After over 900 episodes and 5 regional leagues, the Pallet Town prodigy was still finding new ways to unlock his partner's potential. By battle bonding with the Kalos water starter, both trainer and Pokemon aligned to make the near unstoppable Ash Greninja.
Water Shuriken!
Use Shadow Ball!
The water shurikens were already no joke, but the fact the new form managed to push a champion's ace to Mega Evolve speaks for itself. If it weren't for Ash and Greninja's inexperience with the mode, they may have very well secured the win against Diantha.
Now use Cod!
She may not give out a gym badge specifically, but Ash definitely walked away with a badge of honor. Number 2, Garchomp vs Paul. Even a newbie trainer should know that frivolously challenging a league champ is probably not a great idea. For his trouble, Paul finished his bout against Cynthia with a battered team and a severely wounded ego.
Paul's got 3 Pokemon to go.
While Cynthia's still got all 6 of her Pokemon ready. And Garchomp's hardly even gotten a scratch.
Most of that comes from the fact that against his thrifty strategies, tough Pokemon, and even a quite effective Blizzard attack, the Sinnoh champion only had to use a lone Garchomp to win. You know, it's a real blowout when even someone as prideful as Paul forfeits the match. It just goes to show why most trainers have to win a regional league just for the chance to challenge someone like Cynthia.
What can you say? She's the champion!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Mega Mayhem.
Pikachu, are you alright?
Evolution is nothing new to Pokemon, but Korrina's Ace skipped a few stages and became something almost unrecognizable. She got more than a measly sword dance with this Mega form. It gave Lucario red eyes, uncontrollable power, and a lust for combat.
Stop, Lucario! Listen to me, please! Lucario! Lucario!
There's something undeniably terrifying about a Pokemon that refuses to listen to its trainer, especially one with the power to toss around Pikachu like it's a Caterpie. Then, even worse, it tried to take the Pokemon out of Pokemon battles by targeting Ash himself. If another Lucario hadn't stepped in, the rampaging Mega may have left Ash and Pikachu 6 feet deep.
Lucario! Stop!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.